Hello friends, this is CA Shilpa Shingari here, President We Indus Societies Welfare Association, that is VISWA. Thanks for watching me on YouTube channel for my educational videos on cooperatives and RERA. Henceforth you can watch me on my own channel, that is Sahakar VISWA channel. So you have to just type on Google CA Shilpa Shingari Sahakar VISWA and you can get access to all my YouTube videos which would be uploaded on this channel. You can visit me on my, and yes, before going that, you have to visit my channel and you have to subscribe for the channel also, and you can share the video with your friends and colleagues. You can also visit my website, that is www.cashilpashingare.in. We have got a lot of resource material on this website related to cooperatives, related to the income tax, related to the MahaRERA resource material. There is a query desk also on this website. So if you have any query related to cooperatives and RERA, you can simply put your query there and I would try to respond to that query. You can visit on my blog, that is CA Shilpa Shingare Real Cooperative Info.blogspot.com. There is a facility because on this blog also I do upload or post all my articles, my clarifications, GRs, notifications, circulars. It's there on my blog also, and there is a facility to put a comment there, so you can put your comment, you can ask me question, and whenever I get time I will definitely respond to your queries on that. If you want to get any clarification on any of the matters, you can also write me an email or a designated email ID, that is chsmatter4cashilpa@gmail.com. 4 is a number. I will repeat the email ID, chsmatter4cashilpa@gmail.com. So if you send your query on this email ID, I will definitely try to respond, but the only request is try to be a little bit specific and precise while sending your query. It should be short and crispy, and it should be a general query. So if it is a specific query related to your own flat or related to any specific issues, then you can get back to me on my number, that is 9820053395, and we can discuss it over the phone to see whether any commercials are involved. Right now, during this lockdown, friends, you must be going through a lot of YouTube video channels to get a lot of information, to gather various information on your favorite subjects, and this cooperative should be one of your favorite subjects if you are a managing committee member, because this is my genuine attempt. What I feel that always I try to guide the managing committee members through my YouTube videos. I try to make their life a little bit easy with my guidance. But of course, all these videos, they come with a disclaimer that these are all my personal opinions. But yes, that will make your life a little bit easy and you'll feel relaxed, because as a committee member, I personally appreciate the kind of efforts, the leadership qualities that you have, and the intentions and the motives with which you are running your society. So hats off to you, and thanks for coming forward and taking a lead for your own society. During this lockdown period, I have lined up few Zoom sessions for the managing committee members. The recordings are available on my YouTube channel, that is Sahakar VISWA. I have also released 1 or 2 videos related to the various orders or the directions issued by various government machineries or the authorities for this COVID-19 or lockdown period. So we have reviewed those orders, those directions, those guidelines. I have also touched upon some 7 or 8 issues, practical issues which the managing committee members they are facing. So we have tried to deal with that is I have personally tried to respond to those practical issues. Then one video I have released is on difference between redevelopment and self-redevelopment. So it's a quick video wherein I have tried to give you a little bit background of the basic difference between these two terms. and why we should be going for salary development as such. And there I have ensured, or there I have promised that I will be coming out with more and more videos on 79 and direction, which is related to the redevelopment or self-redevelopment. Then GST and taxation impact of the on this redevelopment. So we are going to come out with those videos also. And then I'm also coming out with additional or more and more Zoom sessions for the members, committee members, or the professional, that is chartered accountant. So I would request all of you to be in touch, be stay tuned and do attend or be a participant for my Zoom sessions. Do watch me on for my YouTube videos as such. And whatever videos I have released in this lockdown period, I would request you to kindly watch those videos on my channel, that is Sahakar Vishwa. Today's this video is about the amendments related to the Income Tax Act with as far as the cooperatives are concerned, because this is also an amendment which is a recent amendment as per the budget 2020. Now, as you know, as a housing, now this budget or this amendments are for the cooperatives. When I say cooperatives means there are 60 plus types of cooperative societies are there. So right now we will be concentrating maybe on a housing society, because that is what my specialized area is. But these amendments are for the all the cooperatives, right, including the housing society. Now this budget 2020 amendment, it talks about reduction of the rate of taxation for the cooperatives. As you know, there was PMC saga. Everybody knows the fallout of Punjab and Maharashtra Cooperative Bank, and after that there was a demand that there should be some incentive or some relaxation should be given for the sectors or for the depositors who are putting their money in cooperative banks. And with that intention, there is an amendment to the Income Tax Act, saying that because amendment to the Income Tax Act with respect to the rate of interest, rate of taxation, sorry. Because if you see the Income Tax Act, the taxation rate for a cooperative is 10%, 20% and 30%. That means if the income is 0 to 10,000, then the rate is 10%, 10 to 20 it is 20%, and above 20,000 it is 30%, right? So this 30% rate is being reduced to 22%, but it is subject to, right? So subject to, that means we are supposed to, as a cooperative, if you are opting for this reduced rate, then there are certain conditions you have to fulfill, and once you opt for this reduced rate, you cannot go back. That means if you are opting it for from this financial year, let's say from 1st April 2020, then you cannot go back and say that now I want to avail the original old rate of 30%. So that is one condition that you have to fulfill. Now this section 115 BAD, that is also being introduced, and this particularly talks about the aspect that if you are opting for the reduced rate, then you need to opt it and you cannot go back to the old rate. And it also further talks that if you are opting for this reduced rate, then you should not be claiming any deductions, right? You should not be claiming any deductions, specific deductions, and deduction under chapter 6A. This is what the condition section 115 BAD talks about. Now if you see the cooperative societies, they get deduction under section 80P, right? Now under section 80P there are n number of deductions which are prescribed depending upon the type of society, like whether it is a consumer society or a labor society or a housing society or any other society, right? So in case of a housing society, we do claim deduction under section 80P 2D and maybe for that matter 80P 2CA1, that is 50,000 residual deductions that is also being claimed. Now 80P 2D is a deduction for the interest income which we generate from a cooperative bank, right? So here the interest income generated by a housing society, now we will bifurcate that interest income in two sections. That is, one is interest income received from the FDs that we keep with the nationalized bank, and the interest income that the FDs which we keep with the cooperative bank. all the income, that means whether it is from a nationalized bank or from a cooperative bank, the entire income is taxable. First of all, nowhere in the act it says that the cooperative income is exempt. There is a difference between exemption and deduction, right? So all the income whatever you have received, maybe from nationalized bank or from a cooperative bank, first of all it is taxable under the income tax act. So while calculating our tax liability for the housing society, we have to consider the entire income. Now section 80p2d of the income tax act, it talks about that whatever interest income we have generated from a cooperative bank, that means one cooperative society putting FD or making a deposit with another cooperative society, then 100% deduction we can get. So under this section we claim 100% deduction for the cooperative interest part. So for example, let's say there is a 5 lakhs of interest any particular housing society has generated during financial year 1920. 3 lakhs is from, let's say, from the nationalized bank, and 2 lakhs is from the cooperative bank FD. So while calculating our tax liability for a housing society, what we will do is we'll take this 5 lakhs as income from other sources, because this entire 5 lakhs, first of all, it is taxable for us. Now out of this 5 lakhs, I will take 2 lakhs as a deduction, 100% deduction under section 80p2d towards interest from this cooperative bank. So in a term, that means out of 5 lakhs, only 3 lakhs becomes taxable. That is, nationalized bank income becomes taxable fully for me, and I will be paying taxes maybe at the rate of 30% or 22%, whatever I have opted for. So that means I will be paying tax on 30% on only of this nationalized bank interest, right? So advanced tax section also will come into picture, and that is why we advise the housing society clients that we should be doing a tentative calculation beforehand, and then we should also be paying the advance taxes, so that it should not happen that when the due date, which is the 30th September for income tax return filing, let's say. So if you are filing your returns and at that time if you are paying off these liabilities, then there would be interest impact and additional interest unnecessarily we have to pay. So you have to plan your taxation liabilities. Now as per this amendment, this 22% taxation rate, that is 30% is reduced to 22% taxation rate. That means who should be opting for it, because this is the major thing which a professional as a chartered accountant or maybe as a tax consultant we should be knowing, or maybe as a committee member we should be knowing who should be opting for 22%. Now if you are opting for 22%, the condition says section 115 BAD, the condition says that I will not be the person who is, or the cooperative society who is opting for 22% as the tax rate, they will not be claiming any deduction under chapter 6A. That means they will not be claiming, let's say, any deduction under section 80P. Now when I am claiming section 80P as a housing society where my interest income is with a cooperative bank, so 22% should be adopted by those cooperative housing societies who are not keeping any FD with a cooperative bank. That means it is advisable to keep or go for 22% taxation rate or a reduced taxation rate, or take the benefit of this reduced taxation rate for those housing societies where all the FDs are in nationalized bank, right? This is the major thing. That means whatever provisions और जो कुछ भी प्रावधान ये बजट 2020 में इनकम टैक्स के लिए कोऑपरेटिव्स के लिए लाए गए हैं, उसमें जो 30% का जो हाईएस्ट टैक्स ब्रैकेट था कोऑपरेटिव्स के लिए, वो रिड्यूस करके 22% किया गया है. तो जो हाउसिंग सोसाइटी सिर्फ नेशनलाइज्ड बैंक में उनका एफडी है या मेजर पोर्शन ऑफ द एफडीज आर विद द नेशनलाइज्ड बैंक, वो हाउसिंग सोसाइटी को ये 22% वाला टैक्स स्लैब जो है वो अडॉप्ट करना है, क्योंकि इन दैट केस अपने को वैसे भी एटीपी आप डिडक्शन क्लेम नहीं करोगे, आपको मिलता ही नहीं है. और जो हाउसिंग सोसाइटी जिनके एफडीज कोऑपरेटिव्स में ही है या मेजर एफडीज उनके कोऑपरेटिव्स में है, दे शुड कंटिन्यू विद दी 30% टैक्स रेट. सो दे शुड नॉट बी गोइंग फॉर और एक्सेप्टिंग दिस 115 BAD अमेंडमेंट. दैट मीन्स ये जो नया अमेंडमेंट है जिसमें रिड्यूस टैक्स है वो हमको नहीं लेना है, क्योंकि वो अपने बेनिफिट में नहीं रहेगा. ये एक जो अमेंडमेंट था इनकम टैक्स का, जो इम्पोर्टेंट अमेंडमेंट था, आई थॉट आपको आपके साथ मुझे ये शेयर करना चाहिए। अगर आपको ये वीडियो अच्छा लगता है तो आप इसको लाइक करो, आप शेयर करो, एंड आप मेरे सहकार विश्व चैनल के लिए भी सब्सक्राइब कीजिए, एंड कीप मी वॉचिंग फॉर ऑल माई एजुकेशनल वीडियोज़ ऑन कोऑपरेटिव्स एंड रेरा। आपको अगर कुछ क्लैरिफिकेशन है तो आप, जैसे मैंने बताया आपको, आप मेरे वेबसाइट पे जा सकते हैं www.cashilpashingare.in। वहाँ आप क्वेरी डेस्क में आपका क्वेरी डाल सकते हैं टैब सेलेक्ट करके। आप मुझे मेरे ब्लॉग पे शिल्पा शिंगारे रियल कोऑपरेटिव info.blogspot.com पे जाके आप वहाँ कमेंट्स में आपका क्वेरी पोस्ट कर सकते हैं, या फिर अगर आपको, आप मेरे चैनल पे भी आपका क्वेरी डाल सकते हैं, या एक डेजिग्नेटेड ईमेल आईडी है, दैट इज़ chsmatter4@gmail.com। आई विल रिपीट, chsmatter4 इज़ अ नंबर, chsmatter4chshilpa@gmail.com। तो इस पर भी आप मुझे क्वेरी डाल सकते हैं, एंड आई विल ट्राई टू रिस्पॉन्ड योर क्वेरीज। सो स्टे होम, स्टे सेफ, थैंक यू।